Coming up next, right here on the Fortminorproject channel, where I'll be giving you my thoughts and basically my plans going into WWE MSG, the MSG special coming this Saturday night. You know what's coming up next. Roll that damn intro.
Inside me, a light was turned on. Then I was alive. If you close your eyes, your life, and naked truth revealed. Dreams you never lived and scars never healed. In the darkness, light will take you to the other side. And find me waiting there, you'll see if you just close your eyes.
Alright, so I decided to actually give out my thoughts and what's going on for the MSG special this Saturday night, which is October 3rd, and it's amazing that October is already here and we're already halfway towards the end of the year. The holidays will be coming up, so that's pretty interesting. And I'm still here in New York on vacation, so one of my birthday gifts was to be able to go to this show. So this is going to be pretty interesting. Basically, somewhat like how we had the Beast in the East special over in Japan. So it's not really meant to be taken seriously, and it's going to be pretty fun. And going to live events is always fun in general, whether it be a pay-per-view or a regular Raw or SmackDown or just what was supposed to be a house show, but now it's going to be aired on the network, which hopefully they will be able to do that more often, and I do like that too, which is pretty dope. So it should be pretty damn awesome. But I do know a couple of people who are going to be going, so if you guys are going, definitely feel free to look me up and say hello. I'll be pretty much sitting in the nosebleeds and a part of this Go to Hell tour. So not only going to hell, but Suplex City on top of that. So a lot to look forward to. It's going to be definitely interesting for sure. On top of that, so for that day, what I'll basically be doing is just hanging around for a while, and then around 3:30 or 3 o'clock or something like that, I'll be heading down to the train station and heading out towards the city and going to Grand Central that way, maybe get something to eat, and then who knows what else is going to be happening afterwards. Now, I know there's some meet and greets, but they're kind of too early for me. Otherwise, I would be able to go and maybe meet the superstars, especially since I know when Simon, when he does his shows and everything like that, meet the superstars as they entered the arena. But unfortunately, I would have liked to done that. That sounds pretty cool. Hopefully, sometime in the near future when I go to another show, maybe that would happen. But that remains to be seen, and we will see when it comes down into that. Alright, so with this being able to be a part of the Go to Hell tour, and I'm going to go ahead with the matches and what's going to be happening. And I know there's another house show going on at the same time, so fortunately, who would have been at the MSG house show for the live special would have been there, but they're going to be at the other show. From what I know the Wyatt family, people like that will be there at the other show, which kind of sucks. I would have liked to see the Wyatt family again, especially Braun Strowman too, since I never seen him before, and that would have been pretty damn awesome to see. But it is what it is when it comes down into it, and we do have a couple matches added already, so I'm sure there will be other cool matches looking to be on the show. Hopefully we get to see some surprises. I know Austin, my good friend, he went to the Boston show, the house show, earlier this year, and he got to see The Rock, lucky bastard. So I'm not too sure if The Rock will actually show up, but there is a chance, you never know. So with this being a special, anything can really happen. So I think that was the first time in a long time that The Rock was able to show up at a house show, no less. So it's going to be interesting there. So anyway, what we do have with the card and going down with that, Randy Orton and Sheamus, even though we've seen this like 1,000 times before, especially with last month and previous times, Randy Orton and Sheamus do have good matches. So with this one, it could go really either or with me, so it wouldn't really bother me on who wins. But if I did have to pick one, going with Randy Orton on this one, even though Sheamus could use a win, but since it's a house show, that's fine, and it's not to me have that be taken any seriously. So there you have it with that. So Then the next match where we have Dolph Ziggler and Rusev continuing their feud here. I'm kind of surprised that we don't really have like a stipulation added to this. I think that would have been cool. Maybe like a street fight, that would have been nice, but it's a regular singles match, so it is what it is when it comes to that. So I think Dolph Ziggler would be able to get the win here. So there you have it with that. And then we got the tag team titles, which will be on the line. We got the New Day taking on the Dudley Boys. And I feel like this is where the Dudley Boys will actually get the tag team titles here. That's just me, and to make it that more special and memorable since it's in Dudleyville in the home of the Dudleys. And if they don't do it here, I guess they'll do it at Hell in a Cell. But since it's their home and everything, and it makes sense to actually have it done in New York City, what better way to have it done? That's just how I feel about it. So if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, but this will actually be the first time me seeing the Dudleys live like that, so it's gonna be really cool. Same thing goes for Brock Lesnar. I will get to his matchup later on in just a little bit, so which is the next match. So we'll get into that, and with the big match that has been promoted for this show for the Go to Hell tour is Brock Lesnar and the Big Show. We've seen what they can do, especially this feud going way back in 2002 with the Undisputed Championship, and then other times it wasn't, like in 2014 where it wasn't really about the championship, and Brock Lesnar was man on the mission basically that time. And well, for him, basically it was about him just going on into WrestleMania looking to go face The Undertaker and eventually won the championship afterwards. But with this one, I do see Brock Lesnar obviously getting the win here. It would be kind of surprising if the Big Show did get the win, even though he's beaten Brock Lesnar before. So I do see Brock Lesnar getting the win here and then calling it a night. Then we have the Steel Cage match, which would be pretty cool. Seeing John Cena and Seth Rollins for the first time, even though I've seen it before. But seeing it live should be different and something interesting now that the Steel Cage will be there and the US title will be on the line. So it would have been cool to have a US Open Challenge, but since this match has been added, that's fine too. And of course, Seth Rollins and John Cena have been having great matches lately, so that's going to be pretty cool. So I do see John Cena retaining and keeping the US title. So most of the titles will be on the line. I know Charlotte's supposed to be there. I'm sure the Divas title will be on the line. I'm not sure who will be facing her. Maybe Sasha Banks would be there. That'd be awesome to see her for the first time. And maybe some NXT people would be there too, like we've seen with Beast in the East, with the NXT title being on the line. Another match too that would be on the line for a championship, which is going to be for the IC championship. And Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho, definitely looking to be the match of the night, probably one of the matches of the night. Definitely one of the matches I'm looking forward to, and this is Chris Jericho's 25th anniversary match-wise, I want to say, if I'm not mistaken from what I heard not too long ago. So Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens should have a badass match, and I think Kevin Owens will still keep the championship, and then hopefully Chris Jericho will be back on TV since he made an appearance at Night of Champions. So maybe we'll get to see another matchup between the two and have a feud in the future. So there's always that too. But other than that, that's basically most of the stuff that will be happening that I know personally. If you know more, definitely leave them down below in the comment section. I would love to hear you guys' thoughts and opinions. And what are you guys looking forward to? Like I said, not really meant to be taken seriously. It's just what was supposed to be a house show, but it's now on the network. So, like I said before, hopefully WWE will get to do this for other live events like that in the future. So I'm sure we will get to see that. So that's actually a pretty cool addition, if I do say so myself. So it's going to be a hell of a night too, no pun intended. But yeah, it should be pretty damn interesting. And there you have it with that. So with that being said, I am looking to do a day in a life video. So that's looking to be in the works to take some pictures, the usual, like what I normally do, and then talk about the show and the experience and whatnot. And maybe get some merchandise. I have two shirts in mind. Maybe get the Kevin Owens shirt and a New Day shirt, who whatever is around at the time. So there's that. And with that being said, yeah, definitely check out the show. I encourage you guys to check it out, and it's gonna be cool Saturday night. What other way to spend it? And check it out on the network. So if you do already have it, so definitely check that out. And with that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.